evening. I'm Jacob Reimer. Hockey is back for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. For the first time in over 3 weeks, the CBJ will suit up and hit the ice. They're in Boston for a matchup with the Bruins. Head coach Rick Bowness told T-Bone and Tyvis this morning that Elvis Merzlikins will be in net tonight, and that defenseman Zach Werenski is expected to play his normal minutes. Face-off from Boston is at 7 o'clock. Coverage begins here on The Fan at 6:30. The NFL Draft Combine got underway today in Indianapolis. Ohio State linebackers Arvell, Reese, and Sonny are scheduled to work out today. Both are projected top 10 picks. In college hoops tonight, a top 25 Big Ten matchup as number 8 Purdue hosts number 13 Michigan State at 8 o'clock. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union, voted best credit union for the past 8 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
So look, that team's standing away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Brad Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Off and rolling here on a Thursday. I am Brandon Beam hanging out with our guy. He's freshly back from Buckeye Cruise for cancer. He is Justin Zwick, Reimer behind the glass. Jay-Z, happy Thursday to you, my friend. It's been a while. Been a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I still remember how to do this.
Oh,
it's been a few weeks, but and I killed a few brain cells last week on the Buckeye Cruise.
Don't say that.
No, I'll tell you, boy, it was good. It was a great time. Ton of money raised. I'm sure everybody's seen it, but I think for the year it's like over $4.6 million.
Awesome.
For cancer research, and you saw a lot of great stops, a lot of great people. It's, I've always talked about it kind of being a reunion for guys who I kind of played with because the Cruise started right after that. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of us were on it. So, got to hang out with a lot of old guys, meet some of the new guys, the young guys that came on who are on the current team. Were
I think
awesome.
that's the coolest part about, and I don't know if it's an NIL thing or it's an Ohio State thing, why they're able to go. But I know for, years past, like you would never get current players. And I feel like the last
starting quarterback.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 years, you've had active players that are able to go on this thing, which is great for the Cruise, and I think it's great for them, exposure to see, what is waiting for them on the other side of when they get done being an Ohio State player. And you guys always talk about it, the brotherhood and just the meaning of being a Buckeye. And I think it's a great thing that these young guys can come on and see kind of what that means and how it's just, bigger than their everyday thing that they're dealing with when they're over in the Woody getting yelled at by Coach Marotti and Schlegs, and you don't feel like there's ever going to be an end to it. There is another side to it.
There is, and and we've talked about it, on whatever shows we do, like these guys who are leaving and for more money, like they don't understand, like you can come back to Columbus and have it. I've been on that boat 17 out of 19 years. Wow. And I was a guy, I wasn't highly sought after, but I was a guy that understood what it was about and what it means to be a part of that kind of family. And I really just took it and ran with it. But the guys that were on were awesome. I got to sit with Julian at the autograph signing that we did. He and I were we were a jockey together in the horse race. And we got smoked, but
it's all right.
It's all right. It was fun. But yeah, the kids were great, and I think they do a really good job. And I'm sure Ryan's involved, Pantoni's probably involved, and who they think would be a good fit because they've been on the boat, they know what it's about, and the guys they've sent over the last few years have really knocked it out of the park. And I think that is something too. Like, hey, this could be something that you do down the road,
sure.
20 years from now. Like I'm 42 years old. I'm still doing, this and signing autographs and taking pictures. And, it's really wild. So it's good for them to see that. And you hope they kind of spread that around the locker room. Like, man, this was wild. All these old dudes that played back in the day are still on this thing. Like that could be us, and down the road. But yeah,
some foresight, right? And I know that, you guys look forward to doing this each and every year. And you've got kids, your former teammates have kids, you got crazy schedules, you guys are living in different places, running around. So to be able to at least once a year know that you're going to be able to get back with all of your former teammates and get to hang out as a group, probably the only time during the year where you're able to do it as that group.
That big of a group, yeah.
Which is really terrific.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, a lot of dudes, Bobby, AJ, Doug Daddish, me, there's been others, now it's gotten, a little harder 20 years in, like you said, kids and everything. It's hard for everybody to get that week off, but, it really is a neat thing. And, if there's events going on around, there's events going around the state year round. And so if you ever see one of those or hear about one of those, get to it because you will go to the event. They're all ran so well. They do a great job and you will come back. I've met people who have been on 2 cruises. They came last year and they're like, I'm hooked. You know, like it's one of those things where if you get involved, you really understand we're making a difference at the James. We're raising a ton of money for cancer research, and you know, we are going to find that cure for cancer here at Ohio State University.
Absolutely, right? And so I know that tickets on sale for next year yet?
They have the thing out. I don't know. You know, they probably are going to take a couple days to just unwind because that
you guys
staff,
just got back on Tuesday evening.
Yeah,
you haven't
Tuesday
been back
evening,
a long time.
That staff goes year round, man. They go and go and go, but I'm sure they're taking a little bit of a break, a well-needed break. But they'll let you know when those tickets are available, and it's going to be great. And you know, I had a lot of fun from Trivial Pursuit. You know, they split us up into teams, which I have a question for you when we get to have some time. But you know, it's just a really cool event.
Is it a trivia question?
So Trivial Pursuit, I was the sports guy.
Okay.
So I get up there, and how many bases are in a baseball diamond?
Bases? 3.
Thank you.
Because home plate is not technically
it is not home base.
It's a plate.
I lost my mind.
Yeah, it's a base.
I forget. Maybe I was going against RJ Day. And he got the button, and he's like, 4. I'm like, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, whoa.
The sales education.
Yeah, I'm up on stage going, I'm like, no, there's 3 bases.
3 bases
it's
and a
home
plate. Yeah.
And like people were yelling up. It was hilarious.
What was the right answer?
It was 4. They gave him the answer. Yeah, he got it. And so it was,
that's not right.
I know. I was like, this will be, I want to see what some sports people think about this.
Yeah.
But
I mean, technically, I think we're in the technicality that there are 3 bases.
Yes.
Every stat when you talk about like an extra base or an RBI, whatever it is, like base,
they count the home plate.
They count home plate as a base. But I think technically we are right.
Yeah.
Well, the plate is not a base.
AI overview on Google says 4 bases.
Dang, no, AI doesn't know anything.
No, AI.
We're against that.
Yeah, they haven't finalized that AI yet. They're still working on it.
Yeah, they're going to be working on that for years. So I'm glad you're back. You look tan. You look great. Got some sunshine, which is really nice this time of the year. How excited was everybody when the news broke last week that Matt Patricia would officially be staying and inked a contract extension here with Ohio State? Because I'd imagine that everyone was rather excited.
Yeah,
about
a lot of excitement, just like everybody else, you know, in Buckeye Nation, to hear that, you know, he's coming back and we got him to try and mold this new defense for us. You know, a lot of excitement. And, you know, it was one of those things as it drug on, and because I think the Raiders were really the last one that we were kind of waiting on, you know, to fill that position after the head coach got there. And, you know, as that drug on, you didn't hear his name out for that. I think people started feeling a little bit better about it, but to finally, you know, hear it as done, very excited. If he can go out and do what he did this year after losing 8 guys and go out and do that again, I mean, this guy's going to be able to write his ticket to anywhere he wants to go.
Yeah, I would think that he's going to be.
But hopefully he stays here in Columbus because we love having him. We've had him on the postgame show many times. The guy is awesome. Always thanks us. Yeah. Always very appreciative of Buckeye Nation. And it really seems like he loves being in Columbus and loves being a part of this university. So I was really, really glad to see that he came back and, you know, we get him for at least another year.
Yeah, Austin and I, when we were talking, I don't remember exactly what day this was. Even if it was last night, maybe it was Tuesday. I don't know.
You're like me, I don't know what day it is.
We got off the air last night at midnight for the basketball game. I'm like, you know, it's Thursday. We got a quick show tonight. Whatever. I can't remember exactly when we said this, but the fan poll a couple of days ago was, who do you think has the more difficult job for the 2026 season? Arthur Smith or Matt Patricia? And Austin and I were both in the camp that even though Arthur Smith is new to this team, you still have Julian Sandback. You got a very deep offensive line. You have Jeremiah Smith as well. You got Bo Jackson. You have Isaiah West. So even though it might be a little bit, not necessarily a learning curve for Arthur Smith, but he's going to be tasked with calling the plays. Like Matt Patricia is also looking to reload this defense with a bunch of different guys, and you're losing, I don't know, 4 players that are probably going the top 15 of the NFL draft here in a couple of months.
That's absurd to even say that after coming from a year where we lose so many guys that next class or that next group is going to have a lot of guys go in that first round. So, yeah, I think he's definitely got the tougher job. I mean, it's not like he can just say, all right, this is what we did last year. We're going to plug all you guys in and do that same thing. He's got to learn what they do well, all these, you know, transfers coming in, young guys coming up.
He's got to build the defense around his players.
Yeah, so he's got to really be going at it here this spring. Like, how are we going to do this? What's the best way to attack? And, you know, with Arthur coming in, it's, all right, I need to learn how they call plays, you know, kind of what they do here. But we have basically our offense back. And, you know, I'm excited about that because the offensive line, I got to talk to some of those guys on the boat. There's, three of them.
Austin was there. Who else?
We had Austin, Hensman, and I'm thinking maybe if one of the older guys was there.
I know that Carson was there. Austin Arvell was
Carson,
there.
and I thought there was one more. Anyhow, talking with them, they're growing up a little bit. They're looking like men, and it's like this is going to be exciting next year. I think that offensive line is going to be strong for us, and I think Arthur Smith coming in can really just lean into that. You have some veteran guys. I think you're right on that. I think he has more. Not to say easy.
Yeah, it's not.
He's got a lot to learn, a lot to figure out, and he's going to see things during spring ball that, hey, what if we do this? Or he's going to have his own thoughts on that. But Matt Patricia, if he's able to put together another defense like that, it's going to be special.
Yeah, it's going to be scary hours. We're going to get to the stuff going on at the NFL Combine because it was measure day for the linebackers, defensive linemen. We'll get into that. Sonny Styles is just popping off the page. These guys are going to work out tonight at 7 o'clock. So we'll get into some of that. And also, it was a tough evening on the hardwood for both the men's and women's Buckeye basketball teams last night. Get into all that coming up next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move, a pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium, presented by Experience Columbus. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium tours offer a variety of options and pricing. For more information, visit ohiostatebuckeyes.com and book your tour. Ohio Stadium Tours, presented by Experience Columbus.
I love the neighborhood where I grew up, but it was tough.
Ohio State National Championship quarterback and former CareSource kid, Cardale Jones.
Football helped me find my direction, but I also needed the right support system. Seeing that CareSource heart around town, I just knew they had my back. That's the kind of difference they still make in neighborhoods like mine. This is so much more than health insurance. CareSource, today and always. Trusted. Visit caresource.com.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round, and Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone. Now through March 2nd, you can get $5,000 customer cash on remaining new 25 Tundras, or get 0.99 APR financing on Tundra plus $1,000 TFS APR cash. With approved credit through TFS, excludes TRD Pro. APR cash must be applied to deal. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hosting a passionate crew of Buckeye fans? Revamp your rec room for an epic watch party with power reclining sofas, massaging recliners, entertainment centers, and coffee tables from Bob's. They even have sofas with drop-down tables for snacks and bevs. Shop in-store or online to score big on an incredible game day setup at Bob's everyday low prices. Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Registration for the Fan 5K is now open. Join your favorite personalities June 20th at Otterbein University. The Fan 5K features a medal, t-shirt, free race photos, and a post-race party.
Get your spot today at 971therace.com.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a Buckeye fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day, so you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Come on over
to Heartland and join our family.
Now, getting ahead in this world is not as complicated as it might seem. Having the early guidance and counsel of your community banker, one who knows you and your family's story, can make a great deal of difference. Relationships matter. Bank on community banking. I'm Scott McComb, coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Rare banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
I expect clear skies overnight into the Friday morning rush across central Ohio. Overnight lows at about 30. Friday, a lot of sunshine. Temperatures surge to almost 60. On Saturday, a lot of sunshine most of the day. Highs mid to upper 50s. Cold front races through late Saturday into Sunday morning. So Sunday's not as warm. Colder in the 30s. And accumulating snow is possible on Monday morning. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The best damn radio show in the land. You're listening to The Buckeye Show.
Hanging out with my guy Justin Zwick this evening. Always want to let you know that you can watch the show live on YouTube. Go to youtube.com on the app. I got a new car, and my car updated last night going into this morning. And when I started it up today to take Willie to school, the first thing that popped up on my home screen on the nav system was the YouTube app. And I'm like, that seems a little bit dangerous to have YouTube built into the dash if you're just driving by yourself. I don't know. I'll have to mess with it.
Does it drive itself? Because then you can just watch videos and let the car go.
No, I still got to drive the car.
Ah, dang.
Still got to do that. But I'm just looking at it. I need to tinker with it after the show or when I get home in a parked position. I can't believe that's on there. Anyways, you can always go and watch the show on YouTube. Type in 971 The Fan. Like and subscribe. You also get episodes of the Austin and Berm show. Berm on vacation this week. I believe he's down in Charleston, South Carolina.
Is that where he ended up?
Austin celebrating a big birthday this weekend, going to Chicago for the Elimination Chamber. So all kinds of good stuff.
What is that?
It's a wrestling event.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I should have known that. He's
him and Liberty are
they love
really
that.
big in wrestling.
I know. They are.
So all kinds of good stuff on the YouTube channel. Coming up here at 6:30, we will get you out to Boston. Jackets resuming their regular season coming up at 7 o'clock against the Bruins. So we'll see if they can stay hot through the break. I'll see what happens. I know that Elvis is going to be in the net this evening, and Zach Werenski is expected to play all of his minutes. I think that's what Coach the Boneyard said on T-Bone and Tyvis a little bit earlier this week. So we'll see what happens if they can continue to stay hot. But that's coming up here at 6:30. You guys were still on the boat when the gold medal matches were going on, right? The women's on Friday, and then the men's on Sunday morning.
And shoot me in the face, they didn't have any Olympics on the TV on the boat. So people were watching iPads. And, just trying to figure out what was going on.
That was a regular NBC game. Where were you?
Yeah, because the boat TVs only give you so many channels. I probably watched more of the boat deck with just people up by the pool than I watched of anything else because ESPN and ESPN2 were cricket and soccer. Yeah. I was like,
this is not an Olympic
I'm out
hockey.
on that. Yeah, So, couldn't find the Olympics anywhere on the boat. It's kind of wild, which it stunk because, 8 a.m., we wanted to watch that because it would have been awesome. What a game. We'd have had a blast.
Yeah.
But was the boat bars open by that time?
Oh, those bars hardly closed on that. I'll tell you what, there's not even a bar. There's tubs of ice with course lights in them just strategically placed around the pool deck. You just walk right up and grab
they have
one.
20 years of doing this. They know what to do.
They know what to do.
They know what they're doing.
But nothing on the boat, so it kind of was a bummer. But so glad we won, and that had to be so exciting to watch.
Oh, it was terrific. William really didn't understand the whole gist of it. He's like, I want to watch Mater. I'm like, dude, this is a once in a lifetime.
My daughter would be like, Dad, this is boring, like she does when I watch football.
Yeah. He's literally like, I want to do this. I'm like, maybe during intermission, we can. But right now, I'm like, this is a once in a lifetime event that is taking place. Especially
46 years since we had won one, right?
Yeah, especially when it got into overtime too. I'm like, well, you can't miss a second of 3-on-3.
Now, what did you think about the 3-on-3? I heard a lot of people were not angry, but upset that it ended that way.
It's fine. It's better than ending in a shootout.
I agree with that.
I know that.
I guess I just never really seen a lot of 3-on-3 hockey, and was surprised that that was kind of how they went.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it from an Olympics perspective, right? I mean, these guys are coming from the NHL, so you don't want them to play an extra game if you're playing 5-on-5.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, yeah, I get it.
It is what it is. That's how they had it set up, and you know what? You play by the rules, and it is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're gold medalist.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is very cool.
Next thing you know, you're at the White House, and you're at everything else.
Yeah, just crazy. So those guys, Zach Werenski is playing this evening.
Love it.
That is a quick response.
Yeah, hockey players are different. You know that.
Yes, they are. They're very much built different.
Yes.
I was watching a little bit of the combine today that's happening over in Indianapolis. Caden McDonald did on-field workouts. Caden Curry, I don't believe, is participating in like the actual drills that are timed. Arvell, Reese, and Sonny Styles are expected to participate tonight. Linebackers go at 7 o'clock, so here in just about 40 minutes or so. Everyone is freaking out about Sonny Styles today on social media. His official measurements, and this isn't a big surprise to anybody here. And if you've ever seen Sonny Styles or been able to get up close and personal with him, you know that he is a giant. Like one of the biggest human beings that I can't believe was playing safety. And I saw this 6'5" officially, 244 pounds, 10-inch hands, 32 7/8 inches wingspan, and almost arm length, and then an 81-inch wingspan, which is just crazy. And so I was doing a little more research. He is in the 97th percentile in weight for everyone at that position, and the 70th percentile in weight for the linebacker. It's so hard to comprehend that 2 years ago he was playing safety.
We're sure where we're going to put him on the field.
I saw someone
knew he had to be on there, but wasn't sure.
I saw someone today, and I can't remember for the life of me who it was. It's like, yep, that pretty much locks up a top 5 pick for Sonny Styles. Like just with his measurements.
Just wait until after 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, wait until you watch him run the 40 and do the 3-code drill.
Him and Arvell are going to be the only thing people are talking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just freaks of nature.
It's going to be it.
It is, and they're going to be moving up into as high as you want to go. I mean, you're going to hear all kinds of stuff after you go out there and see them take off.
Could see 3 Buckeyes in the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be? Has that ever happened? Probably not.
No
right?
way.
There's not a
I
chance.
mean, technically, if you count Joe Burrow, it was the first 3 picks in that draft.
Yeah, but we're not going to
take Joe Burrow.
We're not going to get into that. That was a whole thing for like a year.
Can't count him. I don't
he
think
does
we
have a
can.
degree from the Ohio State University, but he won the Heisman Trophy, won the national championship.
I have
with
more
LSU.
stats than he does at Ohio State, I think.
Do you?
I'm probably not.
A little self-owned.
I would like to think so, but maybe not.
I bet you do.
Well, I mean, we didn't throw the ball a ton back then, but at least I started a decent amount of games.
Okay, let's fire this Google
I think I
machine
might have
up real
been
quick.
double-digit starts, maybe.
Oh, you definitely have. You definitely have more. Jacob, you look up Justin's stats, and I'll look up.
It's not good.
I'll
This is
look
going to be
up
embarrassing.
Joe Burrow's. Joe Burrow had 287 yards.
I got that beat. I got that beat in one game my sophomore year.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, way more. Stop selling yourself short.
Yeah, total yards for UJZ was 1,755.
You more
For 9
than
or 10 game starts, maybe.
What about rushing yards?
Oh gosh, minus something.
Is it?
I don't know for sure, but that'd be my guess.
Your official career.
You had 56 for your whole career, but in 2006 you had -1.
Oh, you know what? I think I fumbled a snap on the goal line or something like that. with the center that I hadn't taken a snap from.
This is great Trivial Pursuit next year for the Buckeye Cruise for Cancer because you also have more rushing yards than Joe Burrow at Ohio State.
Go.
Look at you go.
Could have been the #1 pick. Heisman winner.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh goodness gracious! I'm glad I had more. That makes me feel a little bit better.
To answer your question, though, I don't believe that 3 Buckeyes have ever gone in the top 5.
We kind of got off topic.
That would be pretty rare air.
Dude. Well, and then you don't even stop there, though. That's the thing. You're going to have more guys going in the first round.
Well, and I'm under the assumption. I mean, you're saying 3 guys at the top 5. You're saying
how many top 10?
You're saying Caleb, Sonny, and Arvell, right?
And
like
Carnell's
not going to be far behind that.
That's true.
And Caden McDonald, we just talked about on Tuesday, is no way, shape, or form going to make it into wherever he's being mocked at, and a lot of them have him going to the Bears at 25. I'm like, there's no chance he's going to be
these
on the
mock
board at
drafts are
25.
being put out by Brandon Beam.
No, I wish, man. I told you that. There's nothing I would like more than to have Caden McDonald or any of those guys on your favorite pro team. So, 7 o'clock tonight, the Combine is going to get going. Arvell, Reese, Sonny Styles expected to participate. And yes, I'm sure we'll be talking about that tomorrow because they will shatter expectations. So follow like Albert Breer, who knows these guys and knows what they're going to do, and compare it to like what Daniel Jeremiah says, like after
what's the over-under on their 40s?
Ooh. Who's going to be faster, Arvell or Sonny?
Oh, golly. I would say maybe Sonny.
I think Sonny by...
Laurinaitis said on T-Bone and Tyvis earlier this week that Arvell is going to be faster in the 40.
Okay.
Is that right?
But he did say at the end of his quote that people are going to look at Sonny Styles and be like, what did he just do? And seeing these measurements, you're already there.
Yeah. A 4.55 maybe would be a starting point there.
Oh, I think it's lower.
You think they go under?
Oh,
I mean, you think 4.5 is like the
I think 4.5 is a good over-under for them. I know, dude. They're
Which is
big.
wild
They're like
to think
two of
that
the
they could
biggest
get under
linebackers in this class, too, because Arvell, I think his measurements was like 6'4.5",
about the same,
239
right?
pounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're like just spitting images of each other almost. And they're
freakazoids.
It's nuts. I think 4.5. That's a fast 40 for big guys.
Yes, it is. But you know what? If there's anybody who I'm confident that can do it, it would be those two individuals. Last night was not very good for the Ohio State men's hoops team. It was pretty much a disaster. You went on a 14-2 run, and then I don't even remember what the number was. 38-9 run.
35-9.
35-9 run, basically to end the half for Iowa. The crazy part was they were only down 13 points at halftime, and I'm telling you, I'm like, dude, if you could just cut the lead to single digits, okay, then maybe you could get back into the game, but Iowa just stranglehold, and there was no response, no fight, really, the last 10 12 minutes of the game. I mean, that game was over.
Yeah, I mean, you go up 14-2 to start, right? So you're like, hey, if we come out of half and do the same thing, we're right back in this. And it's just been
tough.
It's been tough. And, I mean, to lose that way, I mean, that kind of point spread, going into halftime, that is just not. That's no good.
And also, too, I feel like if you were competitive last night, then maybe you could get to a spot mentally and be like, all right, it's always a tough place to go and play, Carver Hawkeye Arena. It's a good Iowa basketball team. Yep. You could get there mentally of being like, all right, big game coming up, Purdue Sunday, flush that one. Like, you've just got to forget about it. Well, first of all, they have to forget about it already. Like, you can't even go back to the well, really, with anything from that game. I don't know if there's much teach tape from that performance, but now...
But if he'd at least had fought and, come back in the game and say, all right, hey, we had a real bad stretch, but you know what? We stayed in it. We kept going. We kept at our game plan, and, we only lost by a few. It's not necessarily one of those... we're happy we lost or whatever, things, but at least you wouldn't be like, it looks like we gave up.
Yeah, there's not a moral victory, but
it just looked, it wasn't good.
Yeah, you got to flush it.
And so
huge game coming up on Sunday for them at home against Purdue. Jay-Z, I had a terrific...
It's already over, guys. We had so much fun and went,
These 30-minute shows, they fly by, and this is the first one we've had in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Because the Blue Jackets have not been playing. And I feel like we crammed enough information in there, but not really. Had a great time with you, buddy. Next week,
I'm back.
All right, that sounds great. Great to see you back from the cruise. Also, Meredith wants to thank your daughter for the Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, yes, thank you guys. We saw that, yeah.
Everyone have an awesome night. We'll be back tomorrow. Jackets up next right here on The Fan.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling Draft.